I don't think that many people are going to pop in right now. All right, we're live. Hey to everybody watching that aren't watching. I don't even know where's the ticker for this thing. So how long was the drive to Hill for you?
It's like the drive is 6.5 hours. That's if you drive and you don't stop.
That's one way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I left at 5 a.m. yesterday, and I got home like 10:30. So that's
it's a long
18 hours-ish.
What did you get at Hill Farmstead? Did they still have Mary cans? It's like my favorite Pilsner ever.
Yeah. I was actually gonna try to meet up with you or Mike, but you guys live like near Trillium and stuff, like over, like you guys are east.
Mike may have been a little bit easier because he's a little bit more north because he's in New Hampshire now. But yeah, it would have been a little bit. Yeah, it would have been way difficult for you to make that. And it was my daughter's 6th birthday, so there's no way I could have finagled that one. I actually, what did I do? It was yesterday, and I got a box from Rod J of a bunch of Black is Beautiful beers. And I said to my wife, I'm like, I got to go downstairs and unbox this. She goes, it's your daughter's birthday. I go, yeah, but no one's going to be here for another 45 minutes. I'm like, if someone sends me beers, like they want to see me unbox it. So I kind of have to do it. I'm like, it's not very often that we get. She's like, fine, be quick. Oh, this one's interesting. You sent this one, right? The chimney and 2 locals.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. I had the what is it? 2 hands? Two hands? No. Two head? What was it? Hold on. Last night, what was it?
Was it one that I sent you? Or
yes, it was.
Or Matt sent you?
Nope, it's not. Yeah, no, you oh, sorry, I don't even know where I got Old Heights.
Oh.
Yeah. I was way off. I was way off. Way off. That one blew my mind. That was really good. Yeah. It was like a great Imperial Stout. And then I sent it to Mike and Kyle in our chat. And then Mike opened it. He was like, holy shit, this is delicious. I was like, yeah, it's freaking great.
Actually, I don't know if I have so many of them, and I have so many cans of all of them that I was hoping Kyle, because Kyle gave me a few Black is Beautiful beers yesterday. I was hoping he was going to join because I wanted to ask him which one I should drink. But
which ones did he give you? Because he sent us one.
He gave me Fifth Hammer.
Did he give you a bottle?
No. Okay. The Browns.
Yeah.
That's the one.
The Browns.
That's the one he sent Matt, and one of the bottles broke.
Oh yes, that was it.
This one is the Unknown Brewing from Charlotte, North Carolina. Not sure. Ooh. It's an oatmeal stout brewed with peanut butter and cocoa. 7.5%. And then this other one is Beer Tree.
Oh, nice. They make such good stuff. Oh, we do have one person watching. Sweet. Hello, solo person. I wish it showed you who was watching, but I guess maybe they don't want to know unless they comment.
Yeah.
So how far is 10 Bends from Alchemist? I feel like I probably messed up and didn't go to them.
Yeah, it's I want to say it's like there was like construction. They were doing like road work yesterday, so it took like 35 minutes. But I think it's like 20.
Oh shit!
They're 20. They're 20 minutes north.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 20 minutes.
20 minutes north. Yeah, that may have been tricky because we were already going north as it is. But yeah, and then we also hit up Von Trapp. We got lunch there. Von Trapp.
It's a great spot. I stopped for a beer there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you sit outside?
They had a maple Roche beer.
I had that. That was the first. That was the main reason why I wanted to go, because I can normally get
Yeah.
everything that they put in cans around here, and I saw that in the menu. I was like, I have to try that.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I feel like ever since I've had it, like I've been thinking about how for Rosh beer there should be like a designation as like an American Rosh beer, because like the Rosh beers that I love are like the German ones that are like they
That tastes
like
just smoky bacon. Yeah,
you're licking the bottom of an ashtray or whatever. Like, I love
yeah,
those.
pretty much.
But like all like the American ones are like just like super subtle.
Yeah, but I like
thought
that
it was really
sometimes. And I think I like that about it. And my wife usually doesn't like smoky beers, and she tried it. And she's like, "Oh wow, that's actually very pleasant." And I was like, "Yeah, it's."
Well, the maple in it was awesome. It was like, it was yeah.
And they of course had no cans when I was there too.
It was a little disappointing as a Rosh beer for me, but I thought it was great. I thought it was great just because it just for me it just tasted like a dark lager with maple, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. Did you get the Alchemist Dark Lager?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have it yet?
Yes.
It's really good. For 5% or 5.5%?
I have. I brought one up with me though.
Nice.
So. All right. I also have I have some beers for you.
Oh.
Like I said, I was gonna try and meet up with you or Mike, but it was like another. Like I think Kyle was like 15 minutes out of the way.
Yeah, we would have been hours out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking a Marie.
Oh yeah. Oh, Marie, not Mary. Marie.
No, I got this from someone else. Mary is the one they have now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, so like basically my favorite Hill Farmstead beer is Clara.
Mm-hmm.
And like a couple hours after I left yesterday, I was like, this is right around the time that they released Clara. And 10 minutes after I left Kyle's to head back home, I saw a post that they announced it for next week. So I'm trying to find someone to go get it for me, or someone who's going, but I might just do it because
Jesus,
if I can. But if I do, I will come your way and drop some beers off for you.
Sweet. The more I drink this, it's weird. It has like it's good, and then it has like a weird aftertaste every couple sips. I can't put my finger on it though.
This is good. I opened the Fifth Hammer one.
Oh, nice. That's you said oatmeal stout with peanut butter?
No,
this is
just. I think this is just base.
Oh.
It's good. It tastes like stout black IPA. There's a little bit of I think the carbonation might be a little like spritzy. I think that's what that is. I don't know.
Spritzy, like a stout spritzer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a little thin. Or it might just be thin. That might just be what it is. Tastes good though.
Nice. Trying to coax Joe into joining. He's
Oh, Joe.
I see that he read the messages, so I'm like, Joe, I see you read it. Join.
Oh.
and then he read that one too. So let's see. He's just going to ignore it. So you finished the Last of Us 2, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was all right.
It was all right. I thought it was pretty well done.
Like, it's a good game. There's something about it that I don't like, as far as it being a sequel to the first one. Like, there's like I think it's something to do with like the narrative and how they tell the story. I don't know. There's something just weird about it that just like doesn't sit right with me. But I was talking to Matt about it. I was like, I think I would like this better if they released the second one as the first one, and then you went through the story of the first one after, and it kind of explained.
Okay. I guess I could see that. I don't know. I was kind of thrown for a loop when you switched to Abby, and then I was like, oh, this is going to be like, you know, a 5-minute side mission, and you're going to switch right back. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is you're in for the rest of the game pretty much. You're pretty much in for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and it was interesting. Like, especially like how they kind of like, once they pitted them against each other, like, well, I guess they're kind of the same. And they're like, who's not a monster at this point?
Yeah. I guess that's part of the reason why it's just weird. Like I don't understand. Like, based on the first one, I don't understand why you end up playing half the game as like. Try not to give too much away to the two people who.
There's no one watching right now. It says 0 watching.
Well, spoilers. Why do you play half the game as the person who killed Joel? I don't.
But then again, Joel did kill her dad, so I guess it kind of makes sense because they're supposed to be one and the same, yin and yang.
Oh, but the other thing is Ellie doesn't even know that. She knows that Joel killed that guy as a doctor.
Oh, yeah, she never finds out, does she?
No. She finds out that Joel killed. Well, I mean, it's a big part of the second one. Like, she finds out like what actually happened, but at no point does she know that the guy he killed was actually her dad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep, someone is watching. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Just hanging out, drinking Black is Beautiful beers. I don't know. Did StreamYard change the way that the comments look? What the? I never know.
Huh?
I never know. No, I can't figure it out. Oh well. But yeah, it's Saturday night. Black is Beautiful beers. Waiting for other folks to join, talking video games. Are you playing anything new right now after you finish that?
Yeah, I got the new Tony Hawk remaster.
I keep hearing very good things about that.
It's good. I forgot how short. I'm pretty sure I've only played the first one before this, and I forgot how short it was because I played through the first one I mean, I had to kind of relearn some things, but I played through it in less than a day.
Really? Because I think I definitely played one. I finished one when I was younger, and then I definitely played 2, but I don't know if I ever finished it because I distinctly remember it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I just started the Avengers, which it's fun, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels something off about it. Like, it doesn't feel fluid.
what kind of game is it? Is it a fighting game, or is there like a story or whatever?
No, there's a story. It's like action adventure style thing, and you switch between Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, Captain America, and the Hulk. And like just after, did you play Spider-Man? No. After playing that though, just like the controls are so fluid and like they like nailed Spider-Man. I feel like giving a game to another studio and then saying like try to figure out how to make 5 like iconic Marvel characters like all have a different fighting style in one game is like that's gonna take a lot of fucking work. Like maybe start with one and then kind of work your way from there. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem like the best idea. There's a bunch of people just reading our text and no one's even responding. Like, all right. It's gonna be the Shaun and Keith show tonight. Screw it.
Oh.
But speaking of video games, so for my daughter's birthday, I got her a Disneyland game. Like you literally walk around Disneyland. It's like a child's version of a RPG in a sense, and it's got a bunch of mini games to it. And I was expecting to be really, really stupid. And then I sort of caught myself, like after she stopped to go play with her toys, I'm like sitting on the couch. And I'm like, okay. And then I was like, wait a second, why am I still playing this game? And it's like super realistic. Like it has the entire Disneyland park. Like it's actually really, it was really well done.
Yeah, I find myself. I was kind of like that with. I think it was my first, or I'm on my 4th playthrough of The Last of Us 2 because I'm
seriously?
Yeah, I'm doing trophies.
So for someone who didn't like it that much, you must really.
Yeah, no, like it was either the first or second playthrough. I was getting so mad. I was like, I fucking hate this game, but I was still playing it.
You hate fucking it.
I'm just like, I'm never playing this game again. All right, let me try to get this.
Like, think about how that sounds to an outsider. You're sitting here, like, kind of like shitting all over. Like, I'm on my 4th playthrough of the game, though, but I hate it though so much, and I'm on my 4th way through. Yeah. Hey, Matt.
Hey, we're talking about Last of Us, obviously.
Yes.
The shittiest game ever that Keith will never stop playing.
Well, I guess, like, do you just hate the story and you like the gameplay at least?
No, he likes the story too. Don't let him lie to you.
No, I like the story. I just think it's, I don't know. There's something about like the what's the word? Like going from the first one to the second one is just it just there's something not fluid about it or something. I don't know what it is.
Me and Keith had this discussion, and I told him his theory is bullshit. So. Yeah, rather to be spoiler free.
No one's watching right now. We have 0 viewers.
Okay, well, in case somebody replays it,
fair enough.
like
well, just a spoiler.
Well, actually, this isn't a spoiler really. It's like like I get. Well, yeah, fuck it is a spoiler. So Keith didn't like Keith. How do I put it? So Ellie and Joel have a super deep connection in the game. And Keith wished the first one was first and the second one was second, but the whole premise of the second game is
you mentioned that, yeah.
Is because their connection is so deep. That's why the game exists. So if you don't have the first game, the second game doesn't make sense. It's like she wouldn't. Why is this girl doing all the things she's doing?
You would never.
You know what I mean? She wouldn't have that kind of vengeance and that hatred in her heart without you. She could, but you as a gameplay, as you as a player, wouldn't be understanding. You'd be like, why does she give a shit so much? Now, if you could play the whole, if it was the second game and the first game were like one 60-hour tour de force, it would make sense because you'd be like, oh, once you start getting it, be like, oh, this is why their connection's so deep. You know what I mean? But to have it be the second and the first, it wouldn't land.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. So what you need to do is go back and play one.
I see Keith took my advice and uses iPhone for a webcam. I see he uses.
I didn't even take it out of the box.
No, dude, we know.
I'm like what I went through to get it. I kind of hate it right now, and I don't even want it. So I'm just keeping it in the box for now.
I think Apple's going to announce new iPhones on Monday too. So good thing you bought a new iPhone.
What are you guys drinking?
I have the 2 Locals and Chimney. Black is Beautiful.
Nice.
I am drinking I have a Marie over here, and I have a Fifth Hammer.
I love Fifth Hammer. How is it?
This way. It's good. It's a stout black IPA. It's a little thin, but it's good.
So I reviewed the man skirt yesterday.
Mm-hmm. When did we have? Did I have the man skirt? Yeah, I must have the man skirt.
I think you did. Didn't you post a picture of you drinking a man skirt, or was that Kyle? Maybe one of the guys posted it.
It was Kyle.
I think it was the best Black is Beautiful I've had.
I had Old Heights last night, and that was delicious. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think the man skirt one was my favorite.
Really? Is it just base like Imperial Stout?
Because it didn't really taste like all the other Black is Beautifuls. Maybe that's why. It had this cool like raspberry jammy thing going on. That was like there's this sweetness to it that kind of like the bitterness was still there, but it had this kind of fruitiness to it that like, and there's no fruit addition. It's just a core 4 stout. And I was just like, wow, this is really good. Like really, really good. Yeah, I loved it.
I love getting that like jamminess in a stout. It's like my favorite thing nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like honestly, I get it more often than not from Russian Imperial Stouts. But they have to be a certain way. They can't be the Americanized version. It has to be a European-based version. And which kind of makes sense because if Joe from Manskirt's like a home brewer who opened a brewery, he's not like a pro brewer. He like went from home brewing to open a brewery. And if he's following like legit Russian Imperial Stout mindset, then he's going for OG original, not Americanized Rasputin level stuff. Even though he's following the base, I assume he's doing his own thing like everybody else is doing. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Nice. I don't think I must have it still because unless I drank it. But I think the only one I've drank not on camera was the one last night, and I think that's it. So it's got to be buried in the fridge. I have so many Black is Beautifuls. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I have that. I think I have 2 or 3 left. I have the Bond, Keith. What's the other ones? I mean, they all come from Keith. What other ones do I have, Keith?
Axe and Arrow is another. Axe Arrow is another one.
Yeah. Is that what you're drinking right now?
No, this is the Chimney and 2 Locals.
Oh, okay. And then I think there might be one other one.
The 2 recent ones have been the Bond and the Twin Elephant.
Yes, the other one is Twin Elephant. Yeah,
is that what's in the box? I just heard UPS show up actually.
Oh, it did show up.
They usually beep, and I heard a beep while I was down here, so I imagine that was that. So
that's a heavy fucking box, dude.
Oh shit, is it? Okay, I'll have to go bring it. Yeah, I'll bring it in. I'll bring it.
Yeah, it was like 30 pounds.
Oh yeah, then my wife's never gonna bring that in.
Was it really that heavy?
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of beer in it.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-packs. There's a case. It's a case of beer.
It's beer. Yeah.
Did you put some of that in there though, right? Some of that's from you.
Yeah. There's some mystery beers and a couple other beers, and I'm sending some beers to Shaun for a specific reason. And you know what I mean. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know. I think there's
you gave me 3, I think, for Nerdsense, and I put an additional 3 in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then what did Keith tell you? That he like the day I sent it out, he's like, "Hey man, those boxes leave had more stuff." I was like, "No, dude, it's already a fucking case. It's already packed. It's leaving now."
Yeah.
No, I was trying to, because I knew I was gonna see Kyle, and then I was trying to figure out if maybe I could meet up with either Mike or Shaun to drop off the box instead of you shipping it. But then you said, nope, they're literally leaving right now.
Yeah, they were like there was that. I think I sent one FedEx, I sent one UPS. Said FedEx was leaving when I was talking to you. The UPS is on a cart waiting for the UPS guy to come at whatever time he comes, because I shipped them for my company, and like we ship 80 boxes of FedEx and then 80 boxes of UPS every day. So they come at a specific time every day to pick everything up. You know what I mean? So
Now, did you separate them for like just to see which one gets there first, like as a race, or
no, just cheapest.
yeah? Oh, fair enough.
Well, no, what I did was actually I wanted to ship FedEx because I know if it didn't get delivered yesterday, if I ship UPS, they don't deliver on Saturdays unless you pay extra.
Well, no, UPS if they just showed up. Oh, wait,
No,
what did you
let me finish.
Oh, okay.
And so I shipped Kyle's FedEx because I was like, okay, if it doesn't, because they do Tuesday through Saturday home delivery, FedEx around. They don't do Monday through Friday. They do Tuesday through Saturday. So I'm like, okay, if it doesn't get there, it'll get there next day. And it said on UPS when I generated the label that it would be delivered to you on Friday, Shaun.
But it was the original notification I got. Yeah,
but it wasn't. But it ended up being delivered on Saturday, and I didn't pay for extra delivery. That's what I mean. I don't understand why it got delivered today. The only thing I can think of is maybe you had something else coming this day, and they figured we're going to go in there. I don't
maybe.
like they don't unless you pay extra. They don't. But if I shipped the box that I sent you, if I shipped it like FedEx, it would have been an extra $20 because of the weight.
Oh,
yeah. So it was like that much more. Like if it's an extra like $5, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. But it was like almost double the cost. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'll tend to like price check UPS and FedEx. Usually they're relatively the same, but I guess it depends how far you're shipping too.
Well, that's like the link that I sent you for that website, that Ship Gooder. They basically give you every price: DHL, UPS, FedEx, USPS, the whole nine. They tell you which one's the cheapest. Blah blah blah.
That's actually way easier than what I do. I totally forgot about that link. I usually just go to the site and do both.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're shipping to the same person and you saved addresses, it's quick.
Yeah.
It's quick anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's see what we got for comments. They definitely changed the way the comments are shown, but I don't care. This actually look kind of nicer.
Yeah, and it's blockier.
Yeah. Nice revolution sign. Yeah, I love that revolution sign. You can't really, it's kind of half cut off, but in the collab, the collab reviews, the Hot Butcher and Revolution collabs have been absolutely awesome. Matt, have you had them all yet?
Yeah, I posted them all 3 days ago, I think.
I'm way behind, I guess.
Yeah. I liked them all quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They were all fun. It seemed like there was like, I mean, this is my limited exposure to both to Revolution, but it seemed like one, and I didn't know they did this before. I thought this was the first time they did it. They actually did it last year. Yeah,
because I was looking up like to try to find the artwork for the videos and stuff like that, and then I'm like looking at the cans. I'm like, that wasn't the color of the can I had. And so like, this is the second time.
But it for me, it tasted like one beer was very much like in like 75% Revolution, 25%. Hot Butcher tasted like one was 75% Hot Butcher, 25% Revolution, and one tasted like it was 50-50. It was like, I don't know if they planned it that way or it's just me trying to be romantic about the whole thing. But it was fun. It was a really fun one. And I think the one person made a really cool comment on my one video is that the one beer, so the base,
the West Coast Pale Ale.
Yeah. That is the second running of one of the other beers. So it's
the first one of the no, not the first one. Sorry, of the hazy IPA.
I think so. That's why it's called base, because it's like the second running's like second. If you do like a second running of through malt with water, like a second fucking mashing in on the same grains that you use for another beer, that kind of thing. And I didn't know. I was like, okay, that's a cool concept. That's fun. But yeah, I love the beers quite a bit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
I think Kane did something like that.
A lot of breweries
they did a second run of like some imperial stout and made like a 3.2%.
That's awesome.
Well, no, a lot of breweries do that like often, but to see two breweries collab and go from a hazy to a West Coast on a second running is weird. It's a very common thing for breweries to do, but for them to do it as a collab is kind of, it makes sense because you're doing a collab. You're like, fuck it, let's maximize what we can do in the time we're doing whatever we're doing. But yeah, and I love the cans. I love the Jets of artwork on the Revolution labels and the black can. Like, it was fucking awesome.
Yep, I agree. Hey, Mercy Beers, how's it going? And then he said, he or she said, sorry. Yeah, UPS, or yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that's the thing with FedEx. FedEx Express is Monday through Friday, and FedEx Ground is Tuesday through Saturday. They're two separate companies.
Oh, because it's FedEx Home and FedEx
Ground. Yeah, Express versus Ground is like it's two separate entities.
And it's,
yeah,
sense.
one Monday. Yeah, so
I think all the FedEx departments are separate companies because I work for FedEx. I worked for FedEx Ground. I forget what Ground. For a little while last year, and like, yeah, it's like they're all like completely different companies.
Well, you'll always get better service from FedEx. For the reason why is because UPS is a company from top to bottom, so it's like UPS, and everything UPS is UPS corporate from top to bottom. FedEx is like McDonald's. It's a franchise. So like you buy an area as a human, and you buy trucks, and then you employ your own people, and you deliver for FedEx as a franchise. So like if you fuck up like in FedEx, you're like fucking up your rep, you're fucking up your customer service, whatever. As UPS, you fuck up your, I don't care, corporate will deal with it. Fuck them. You know what I mean? So you're always gonna get yeah. But like FedEx is because the one guy used to come and get tattooed all the time, owned like all the FedEx in my area, and you basically you buy an area and you just have to meet a certain quota. So it's like
I think I may be wrong, but I think they do, or at least as I worked there like about a year and a half ago. I think they do it down to routes. So you can like buy a route. If you have a truck, you can buy a route and just do that route.
Well, in FedEx,
it's not necessarily. Yeah, it's not necessarily an area. I mean, you could buy an area, but
that's what I mean.
I think
like,
you can.
Yeah. Well, you're basically purchasing, and a route would be an area. Yeah. Technically, it's just a specific area. You know.
Yeah, and I want to say that I don't think FedEx owns any of like the ground trucks. It's all separate.
Huh.
But I don't know.
Oh. Evening carries. And let's see what else we got for comments here. Someone's got a blurry face. I look perfect, but Keith and Matt do look a little blurry, but who knows what it looks like on YouTube.
I look great.
Royal Mail. I sometimes wonder, like, oh yeah, because we can read that.
I can't read. What is that?
Really?
What does that say?
No.
This is massive parcel reviews.
Royal Mail, which would be the post office for us. I've only shipped beer once via regular post, and that was to you, Matt, the one that took 17 years to get to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm never going to do it again.
And I was all on USPS. USPS was great for me. And then like I had some kid, so even worse than you, Shaun. So some kid from Lehigh Valley, and where I live, the Lehigh Valley, Keith is like 40 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
45 minutes away.
Depending where you're going.
So a new brewery opened down there, and he's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I don't work at a brewery or have anything to do with the brewery, but I know the guys that own the brewery. I like their brewery. Can I send you some of their beers and so you can review them?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Let's do like a handoff. You know what I mean? Whatever." And he's like, "Okay, we'll try." And we never did. And he's like, "You know what?" He's like, "I'm just gonna mail them." So I could have drove 40 minutes and got them. The kid, he mailed them. They went from Lehigh Valley to Harrisburg to Philly to North Carolina, and then back up here, and then eventually got delivered. It should have been 1 day. It was a 1 day point, and then taken 8 days.
I just don't understand how shit works.
It's almost like people like fucking of sabotaging the USPS for their own means and like dismantling machines. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, who?
Royal Mail don't do parcels really over 3 kilograms, so technically it was parcel force. So it's so Parcel Force is probably what, like probably a private, like UPS,
you lost
FedEx.
me a kilogram. You lost me a kilogram.
I wasn't even going to ask anyone. Can anyone convert that for me? Like I imagine.
Yeah, if you said 3 kilograms is 18 pounds or 4 ounces, I'd be like, sure.
Let's find out what 3 kilograms.
18 kilograms was at 3.5 pounds, I think.
It is 6.6 pounds. So they don't do anything over 6 pounds. USPS doesn't care, do they? Or do they have a limit?
Nah, most companies have a limit, like not limits on what they ship, but like your tiers are 25, 50. So like, it's not so much that they won't ship it, but like, you ship something under 25 pounds and it's cheap. Once you get to 25 plus, then they're like, oh, we're doubling everything. And then, so it's not like you could ship a box that is tiny and weighs 5 pounds, the same as it would be big that weighed 15 pounds. They really care about it's a combination of cubic inches and weight, but it's more specifically weight. So, and then like I know UPS and FedEx, the only time they get really picky about size of the box is when it's super long. Because I fight that fight every day at my job. Because we have items that are like 102 inches long, and anything over 96 inches, they like charge you a base $100 surplus. So it's like, oh, it costs $40 to ship. It's $140. You know what I mean? Like just because it's over 96 inches.
Like it's taking up more truck space, I imagine, or something like that.
Yeah, basically. So
yeah. FedEx here in the UK basically price themselves out of the market. Like that's you gotta wonder at like how a company does it. Like they just like that. We'll just be too expensive. No one wants to use us. Like how can you possibly do that? And then I guess I am perfect and you guys are blurry, which is weird.
Really?
Usually Matt. Usually you're crisp. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I think let me.
The funny thing is, though, I'm looking at the preview, underneath where there's like the three of us, and it still shows us. Like Keith looks great, and you look great on that one too. So I don't know if maybe it's showing me back the stream. Actually, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, for me, I'm clear as could be. You're clear as could be, and Keith looks like a fucking video game from the
20s. Yeah, same for me. Matt looks like. That looks like early 90s PlayStation game. And Shaun's looking as good as ever.
Keith, now to yourself, do you look good on your side?
Yeah. But that's because like when you're streaming,
I think you see locally what you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
I know my parents just got new internet and I'm still here and it doesn't seem to be better internet. It seems to be worse internet. So that's probably why.
Is it cable, DSL, satellite?
It's satellite.
Oh, satellite. Yeah, that would explain a few things. Yeah, satellites.
Yeah, because satellites upload is garbage. It's like 0.5 megabyte upload.
Yeah, you got to go to space.
Well, so. It was supposed to be. Yeah, it was supposed to be like. It wasn't supposed to be great internet, but it was supposed to be like better than the internet they had. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So.
Yourself on StreamYard can't. Well, yeah, and then corrected it can't.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. You're seeing locally what your camera's producing. Not, unless you're on stream.
I really wish they would drop their prices because StreamYard is a great tool, but
I don't.
Then again,
create another StreamYard. Create competition, the prices will drop. That's all that matters. Somebody else do it.
Matt, what are you doing next week? You want to create a StreamYard competitor?
Next week.
You guys want to? Yeah. You guys want to get together and learn coding and just build it from the bottom?
I know enough to be dangerous already.
I could build the infrastructure, but I wouldn't be able to do any coding. I love the medium. Yeah, the flat rate boxes are good. I have found though, because I usually only ship to North Carolina or New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania. So the flat rate boxes for me they're actually not as cheap as UPS or FedEx. But if I'm shipping like Midwest or across the country, usually the flat rate boxes are extremely cheaper.
I'm gonna get kicked off in a second. I'm gonna reset my modem. See if.
Cool. Speaking of beer prices, beer is expensive here. Where's here, Carrie? Where's here? Beer is expensive in a lot of places. Well, they're going to be like Trillium prices. I'm like, yeah, Trillium's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
I just like,
Yeah.
You just went to the Alchemist, right? Like, I don't understand how some breweries can charge what they do because the Alchemist, they're charging $12 for a $12 or $13, right? So like for
$12.70 for every 4-pack. Yeah. I don't know what the pricing on the bottles and stuff are, but like every single 12-pack, $12.70.
Yeah, and that's including their 9% British Imperial Stout. Like, I don't. I
think there is. I think one thing is they do charge tax on top of that, but it's still dollars less than. Like when I went to. I mean, I don't want to compare Hill Farmstead to Alchemist, but like I bought Everett, their porter.
They were in cans, right?
And it was $22. Yeah, 16 ounce.
Okay,
4-packs. $22 a 4-pack.
And that's Trillium prices. For
I didn't get any.
That's a 6% porter, right? 7?
Yeah, it's like It's
$22
or $7.50. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Trillium is usually $22 like a PM Dawn, and that's coffee 9% Imperial Stout.
But then I didn't get any, but they had Luscious at Alchemist, and I could have got that for $12.70 plus tax, which is way less than $22.
100%. You still kind of look fuzzy, Matt.
No.
Once it's my connection that's making you guys look bad, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. I was wondering, does like StreamYard prioritize like certain, like, do they prioritize the video or audio out, or
I don't
video and audio in?
I don't think it would be Shaun because I don't think we're going into Shaun and then out from Shaun. I think we're all going out and then it's getting pushed.
Yeah, you're all coming into StreamYard and StreamYard pushing you out. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like OBS where we're actually you're coming in, everybody's coming into that server and then being pushed out or something like that.
So I want quality. You need to ship from the US to the UK. Well, I guess no. Sweden has some good breweries, don't they? I'm trying to think of
Omnipolo.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. Sometimes though, I don't believe that Omnipolo makes like their own beers. I think they just collab with everyone in the United States. That's all I ever hear about.
Yeah, but there's other Swedish breweries I just can't think of them right now. But Omnipolo is like the first one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is Larvig a Swedish? I forget. There's some.
Check out Rampant Lions channel. There's a way via Denmark to get you a beer. Okay, there you go. I know about the shops in Denmark, but with the markup, it's even cheaper with the friend/mule. 64 ounces of brown ale. Fantastic.
I had, let's put it this way, Keith, you might want to hear this. I'll pull it out right now. Might be the best brown ale I've ever had in my life.
Ooh, who? Do tell.
So I
feel like I just saw something about a.
So I have a viewer close to me who lives kind of close to me, and every now and then he like drops off beers at my house. He like literally just drives by my house and puts them on top of my mailbox, and he's like, "Hey, there's beers on your mailbox," and I go out and grab them. You know what I mean? And he goes to Treehouse all the time, but he also travels a lot for work, so he's down south. So this brewery called Kelson Brewing.
Oh, well, okay. Kelson's they're in New Hampshire.
Now they're in North Carolina.
No, they can't. No, they're not.
You're thinking of Kelso.
No, it's Kelson.
Maybe.
Look at that. Look at it again.
Are they? You were right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Yep.
because they're
London,
local.
London.
Yeah, they're local.
Have you had this?
Not their brown, no, but I've had.
Oh
Kelson
my god, dude!
Actually, what's the name of it? Show me the thing again. No, that doesn't look familiar.
It's like a World of Warcraft.
No, all,
You know what I mean?
all their cans like that. Yep.
This beer is so fucking good. It's not even fucking funny. Like, not only, I do my whole Mount Rushmore shit. Like, I was like, this is the first carved face on the Mount Rushmore. Like, it's not Mount Rushmore status. It's like we're gonna carve it and we're gonna put this one first.
Yeah,
it's that fucking good.
Like,
it tastes like someone made brownie batter with blackstrap molasses instead of brown sugar.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I'll have to look out for it because we can get
it's a core 4 beer. It's not. There's no lactose. There's no nothing in it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, because they make they came out probably within the last 5 years, and they have like a double IPA called Battle Axe. It's more West Coasty. That's really good. And they have like a Russian Imperial Stout that's very good. Actually, I still have a bottle of the barrel aged in the cellar. Yeah, and it's funny.
It looks like carbonated doo-doo water, man. It's fucking fantastic.
That's awesome. In the tap room is like an old Chinese restaurant. When you walk, I haven't been there in a couple of years, but when you walk in, it's like it has those tables with like the glass over the top of the tablecloths, and like it's like a weird order counter, and it's just they're really great.
Yeah.
And I get to pick what I want instead of tired Equilibrium or tired Equilibrium cans. Equilibrium's good, but I guess if they're old, I'm not lowering my quality.
Well, not just that. It's just that like with COVID, like right when COVID hit, like right before COVID hit, Equilibrium went from like whatever a 6-barrel brew house to like a 40-barrel brew house. Like right before COVID, so they have all this beer. So they've expanded their distribution like crazy, dude.
Well, yeah, we started getting it, so that makes sense, I guess.
So they actually started shipping because they're friends with Yep, and Yep does the whole containers going to England kind of thing and So they just are like, fuck it, we'll just start sending beers everywhere. So that's why the Euro guys have been getting a ton of Equilibrium. So now they can get it. So now it's like, bushy shit. Like fuck that noise. I can get it now. It's no good,
And yeah, Matt's definitely clearer now. Keith, you still look like if Last of Us was made in 1994. Sorry. But you sound great.
Oh, thanks.
For Pete, okay, you're the mule for Peter, the close beer drinker. Nice. So EQ expanded. It sounds like it. I guess that makes sense because I know Kyle was getting like he started getting it in distro, and then I started getting it in distro. They're getting it in Brooklyn for sure.
Yeah, like here's the inside scoop for those that really want to know the inside. So Equilibrium opened only a couple of years ago, and like when I went, they were smart about what they did, but they ended up heading in a way that what they did wasn't smart. So they basically, the owners of Equilibrium were they were 3 guys, but now they're 4 guys. Because they found like a second person to do like a cash influx so they could open up their newer brewery. Anyway, so they had 3 guys. It was a silent partner, Pete, and then what the fuck's the other guy name? I forget his name. If you go look at my podcast I did with him, Ricardo. Yeah, Ricardo is his name. So they opened up the brewery and they had this decent like kind of warehouse layout. And the person that funded the actual production of the brewery to actually create the brewery and buy the equipment and all that kind of fun stuff was a third-party company, a third-party group that basically they opened a restaurant inside of the brewery. So it was a place, it was called EQ Eats or EQ. Now it's called, I forget what it's called now. It's called like Tapped or something like that. So basically what it was they opened up the brewery in a facility that was big enough for what they wanted to open originally, which is like they actually went like we're opening a little bit too big, and they had the restaurant up front. The people that helped fund them ended up like they didn't have any stake in the brewery itself, but they had a never-ending lease on the restaurant. So that was the part they gave up. They said, okay, well, we don't get to have any equity in the brewery, but we have a lease on this spot, indefinitely until we choose not to be here any longer. That was a trade-off. So EQ blows up. There's a falling out between the brewers and the restaurant people, and now they're kind of, they're not pigeonholed. They're not fucked. Like the restaurant is doing well, but they can't expand. So what they did was about a block and a half away, they bought this old bank, and they stripped it and created like a huge facility in there. It's like literally you could throw a stone from the old place to the new place, and they opened a big huge facility over there, and they created a beautiful outdoor drinking area. They had their own, because the owner of EQ is like a barbecue fucking junkie. Like when EQ first opened, and it still happens now, but when they first opened, like you would be hanging out at one of their like lines, which was the best line ever in the history of lines and ever. Like you would literally go to an EQ line, and it would be like there would be a fucking like 2 fold-out tables with every whale you've ever seen in history of mankind. Everybody just getting rip shit drunk, having a blast. Like it was crazy. Like you'd like literally, like I'd be standing there holding a beer, and someone just pour like fucking KBBS or Assassin or whatever. And you don't even know who the person is, and they're like in your glass, and you're like, yeah, it is what it is. And then the owner would actually, about like 3/4 of the way through, or about maybe a half an hour before it was time to buy your beer, he would roll out with this little like radio flyer cart with a smoked brisket or whatever, and he would carve it up and just give it to everybody. And he'd also crack a bunch of Saison and he made and shit like that, and we'd all sit there and eat brisket and Saison. So at the new place, he opened up like a fire pit, like a barbecue brisket place in there. So like it's basically both of the best of both worlds. So you have this kind of open fire, fucking crazy barbecue, Southern barbecue brisket place in their new spot. Now the old facility they still have, it's kind of like their like production facility, where there's the new place is more, well, actually reverse that. The new place is the production facility, the old place is for like one-offs and crazy shit. But it's like they were open for 3-4 months and COVID happened. So they went like crazy. They had crazy production. They had to be able to pay the money. So, but I mean, as Kara says, the bottle shares at EQ, like, honestly, it was like I've gone there. I used to go there just for the bottle shares. Like when I interviewed Pete and Ricardo from EQ, it was like we hung out with a bottle share for 2 hours and we started, and it's just like crazy. Like the amount of beer, it's like insane. You walk around, you're like, what's going on right now? It's Sodom
and they're doing it in line on like the street.
No. They when I say a line, you go there, you get a ticket, and then they have if it was winter, they'd have a heated tent. If it wasn't winter, they'd basically have a big gated area that you couldn't leave if you had alcohol in your hand, and it was 100 people. It was 100-person bottle share is basically what it was. Like you would roll up there and be like, it wasn't like, hey, come with beer, because you could roll up there with no beer and people wouldn't give a shit. They'd be like, here, try this. But every time I go to EQ and be like, what am I going to bring? I'll bring these 5 bottles. And then everybody else there, the other 200 people would bring 5 bottles. And then it would just be like, boop, boop, boop. Like I would roll in there and just take my bottles, throw them on the table, and just walk away and just be like, what do I want to drink? Like, I don't care. Open whatever. Like, you just open my bottles. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like a free-for-all. Like, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. It was great.
I just can't see that ever happening anywhere in Mass, just because I don't think anyone would ever. That's like the liability alone with the liquor laws.
Yeah. New York's weird, man, like that, because New York is like, it could be similar at other places or other states, but New York is by far and away, New York State, for as much shit as they get for the things that they do, is by far and away one of the more progressive brewery supporting states I've ever seen. Like the actual governor is like a home brewer. Like he loves beer. He wants to fucking, he like goes out of his way to bend backwards to like make breweries open and happen. So it's like, it's not just they're brewery friendly, they're brewery like super friendly.
Because I remember when I was at Torst, and this is how I met my guy that we're always trading other half and Trillium and whatnot back and forth. When I was on a work trip, I went to Torst one night solo by myself, and then all of a sudden, like, they just started pouring random bottles that people brought in, and they turned to the guy next to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I brought this one," and then we started talking, and like people were just like, literally, there was a bottle share at Torst, and I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, this. It blew my mind. I'm like, I didn't even know this was a possible thing. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, how is this legal?
like the classic like fold out plastic table.
Yeah,
that everybody has. Like picture 2 of those with 500 different bottles and cans on it that are half full. That's what it's like. It's like you're just like what, and it's not just like Trillium fucking whatever. It's like literally like the craziest beer you've ever seen before, and it's just like all the fundamental observations from fucking
Bottle Logic.
Bottle Logic could be anything you could possibly be. You're just like, yep, here we go. It is what it is. And it was fun, man. It was a good time. And people do that shit in dead of winter. They'd have a heated tent, but people would be out there winter, summer. That was at their old spot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how their new spot rolls. Well, COVID, no one does anything. But yeah, it was awesome. That's the reason why I went there a lot. It's just to hang out and have fun. Plus, I'd bring like weird shit, and I'd be like, "Oh, it'd be fun. Let's bring some weird shit."
That sounds epic.
And like halfway through the thing, they're like, "Okay, we're gonna raffle off 9 magnums of Farmhouse Ale we made. Like whatever ticket you had, because when you get there, you'd ask for a ticket, and that would hold your place in line. So like you'd be like, okay, give me a ticket. So when it actually got to the point where you go to buy beer, you would line up based off your ticket number. So that's line.
Cool. Yeah.
And then it would be like, okay, what this ticket, blah, 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 gets a 5-liter magnum of fucking Saison from us. And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And it would happen like all the time. They'd have, what is that? Beanbag games. They'd have all kinds of shit going on in a parking lot. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Holy shit.
Best brewery releases ever in the history of mankind.
Well, in that case, I think once COVID's over, I think I know where I need to freaking go.
Just come down here, because honestly, Equilibrium's an hour and 10 minutes away from me.
Oh, sweet.
You don't have to drive. You come down here, I drive, and we'll hit like 19 other breweries. It's fantastic.
Brilliant. Whenever this decides to end, who knows how that's
in like 3 or 4 years. Yep.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years. What you got there? Oh, nice. I know what that is. I don't think
I can't read it, Keith. I can't read it. It's too blurry.
I only know what it is because I have to do it. It's the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Alchemist Dark Ale.
It's the Alchemist Schwarzbier.
The Schwartz.
It tastes like
drum roll.
Oh no.
I don't know. Okay.
Well.
I don't know. Stuff that I really like. I just don't know how to like talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to drink it.
You just want it in your mouth.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't even want to talk about this beer. I want to fucking drink it. That's a great explanation. But you know what I had today, Shaun, and I'm sure you can kind of appreciate this is typically before I go on these, like I had to build this goat pen today, so it took like a long time. Keith actually came over to drop off beers, and I'm like hammering shit in the fucking barn. And usually before I do one of these, I want to do beer reviews because a good portion of the beer I have, almost all of it, is like one-offs that I have for reviews. So I did 4 beer reviews before I came on here tonight, and I hit the cycle. All 4 were fucking amazing. Not just good, not okay. All 4 were fucking amazing, which is like that doesn't happen.
That's very rare. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very rare. And I showed Keith this. This is my favorite pull I've done in quite some time. So I picked up Goose Island Sophie. Not just Goose Island Sophie, a 2016 Sophie for $6.50.
Jesus.
And guess what? It's fucking awesome.
Of course it is.
Like no, I've always liked it, but this is extra special awesome. So it's like they only had 1. And I'm super pissed because I'm like, man, it was on discount. They're like clearance.
Oh, 2000 is so old. Who wants to buy it?
Yeah, and I'm like it was $6.53.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, I'll review it because I don't know how I've never reviewed Sophie. Like I looked, I'm like, how did I do it? And now I'm angry because I didn't buy all of it. Like like if they had a full case, I'd be like, just give me the fucking case.
Sure.
Give it to me now.
It's amazing.
Oh, so good. Yeah. 6 and change, baby. Loving life.
That's nice. State law and alcohol literally makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense in anything. Craft Minesweeper. Maybe that was before when we were talking about something else.
Maybe that's us hitting a bunch of breweries on the way home from.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, that makes sense. Will COVID ever end? Who knows? I read that really bad. I read that as Keith, I need you more in my mouth. I don't know why. But yeah.
I read it. I need more in your night shit life. That's how I read it. But.
What is that supposed to say? Wait.
You're supposed to just, sorry. I need more of you in my night shift life. Oh, so I imagine Carrie's is working the night shift.
What, like I need?
Like, they enjoy watching you while they're on the night shift?
Oh.
Tastes like chocolate.
I'm a little weird right now because I had to duck out because I couldn't stop sneezing for like 5 minutes or however long it was. So like I'm just perpetually trying not to sneeze right now.
Fair enough.
It's hard to focus.
370 mil for 3 pounds. What's 3 pounds to $1?
So no, it's about the same. It's a little hair more. So it's like what would it be, 375? He's paying 7 and change for 750.
Yeah, that's
but a year newer.
1.5 or 2.5.
It's like 123 to 120. It's like 123 to like 126, right?
Well, wait. That says 370 mil, and you were drinking a 750.
Yeah, I was doubling it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work nights. Exactly. All right, I need another beer. Should we do another Black is Beautiful, or should I just grab whatever?
I'm gonna grab. I didn't do one yet, so I'm gonna go grab one too. I'm gonna grab Black is Beautiful. We'll let Keith and his pixelated self fucking entertain the masses.
Yeah.
Wait, but don't drink the Bon or the Twin Elephant because those are the only two we'll all have.
I have another one, dude. I have another one.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna go bring that box in too before I forget.
Yeah, do that. Do a live unboxing. I know that's you want to. You don't want to.
Both of you are leaving. I have to be here by myself.
I'll be right back.
I'll be back in 3 seconds, Keith. Relax.
Okay.
It's okay, booby. It's okay, booby. It'll be okay.
All right. I'm opening. I opened this lager, and I'm really wanting to open. This Black is Beautiful. I don't know if you can read that, but it's an oatmeal stout brewed with peanut butter and cocoa. And this is the Unknown Brewery. Oh. I'm going to rinse out my glass for just a little bit. I can't put can I just ask a question about beer? I know Matt doesn't enjoy triple IPs. I think Matt doesn't like triple IPAs because they get when you get up there, they get. We'll wait till he gets back. Keith, you need to Saison. I do need Saison. I have Saisons. I just wasn't.
You weren't kidding. This is heavy as fuck.
So I lied. I don't have any other Black is Beautiful beers. I just have the two that Keith doesn't want him to drink, so I can't drink one now.
Well, I figured we'd do some together. Like that was the whole point of like mailing them, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, back. Yeah, and there was no other packages, so they just delivered it.
Did they like guarantee it for Friday, and then maybe they were just like, oh, we guaranteed it for Friday, so we just deliver it next
That's
day?
what I'm assuming. That's what I'm
Maybe.
assuming
It was
happened.
also weird because I got a notification like whenever you shipped it, and it usually it says who it's from, and this just said blank on everything, like even when I tracked it. So I was like, is it a random package that I don't know about?
All right, I'm opening this unknown brewery.
It's called Unknown.
Unknown Brewing.
That just sounds like they didn't try.
This one is the oatmeal stout with peanut butter and cocoa. So I'm
From who?
Oh, and Carrie's has a beer question for you, Matt.
Can I ask a question? I know Matt doesn't like. See, it's not that I don't like. Yeah, I know. It's not that I don't like triple IPAs. I just don't. I like them when they're done a specific way. I just feel like a lot of people. Do them. Like I feel a lot of people triple IPAs that taste like the border between single and double IPAs. And if I'm gonna have a triple IPA, I want it to blow my fucking socks off. Like if someone gives me like a 19% barley wine and it tastes like a 8% porter, I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why the fuck is this happening right now? And that's my point with triple IPAs. So I dig them. I think a lot of people do them shittily. And honestly, that's, I think, lazy brewing. I think that's a lot of time like a brewer's like, oh, we'll just throw a bunch of ingredients at it and it makes it this. Like we'll just put a bunch of residual or a bunch of digestible sugars in there. So therefore it ends up being a triple IPA. I just don't get it. But on the grand scheme of things, on the other end of the spectrum, why I don't like that, other people do, is that I have a very strict, I like to pay for my ABV. Like I'm old, I get drunk way too quick. And if I'm going to drink beers, I want them to be appropriate. So if I'm going to drink a 4% IPA that drinks like 4%, that's great. If I drink a 4% IPA that drinks, or 4% pale ale that drinks like an 8% IPA, I'm ecstatic. If I drink a 10% IPA that drinks like 4%, I feel like I've just fucked myself over. I'm getting, I'm going to get drunk off this thing and it's not giving me what I want. Whereas I think a lot of people are the opposite. They want their 10% beer to drink like 4%. They want their 8% beer to drink like 6%. They don't want to hide the alcohol and have it not be impactful. And it gives me this kind of hazy pale ale vibe, but it's super high in ABV. I don't live in that world anymore. You know what I mean? I like the opposite. So I am the exception, not the rule when it comes to that stuff.
Did you?
I can see that.
You.
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna try to get this top off while you do that.
Matt, do you remember that Rushing Duck triple IPA or quadruple IPA, whatever they're calling it? It was like 16%.
Yeah, I remember.
That was from what I remember. It tasted like vodka with orange juice. It was like a
and I'm okay with that. That's the thing, though. I'm okay with that because that beer had the impact behind it. And you were talking about, like we're talking about like triple IPAs or quadruple IPAs, like Equilibrium and Other Half has really kind of gotten a groove with those kind of beers in that like they're explosive, something break, Shaun?
No, it's just condensation. Yeah, it's just condensation. Like I felt wet and I was like, let me smell my fingers. I'm actually wondering, given the surprise for Mike, I probably shouldn't do this unboxing here, huh? Or could I?
Surprise for Mike?
Yeah, the surprise beers.
No, fuck it.
Is Mike gonna? Is Mike
gonna watch this? You're probably right. He doesn't even watch it. He doesn't even watch our own.
If a 4-pack has white tape on it, just don't unbox it. That's all I'm saying. Because that's going to the other thing that we talked about.
You mean Mike?
No, the other thing.
Okay, I was trying to say as I was trying to.
Oh, I got you.
God damn it. Anyways, okay, fine. Go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about this beer.
What is it?
It's the oatmeal stout with peanut butter and cocoa.
Black is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the ABV?
7.5. For an oatmeal.
This one's 6. So I picked the lower ABV one too. This one's just a 6.5% stout with chocolate and vanilla from Listerman. It's actually pretty pleasant.
I would say maybe for an oatmeal stout, it's a little thin. It's not thin. It's not thin, but it's not thick. And it tastes like oatmeal. And I'm not really getting any peanut butter, or there is like a powdery thing. And I think that might be the cocoa.
Like a baker's cocoa, or just...
I don't know. It's not very big. There is a little bit of peanut butter. Or what do they use for peanut butter in brewing? That's a powder too, right?
Yeah, it's PB2. You can actually buy it at fucking Sam's Club and fucking BJ's.
I love it.
It's basically dehydrated, like oil stripped peanut butter extract. Way to fuck it up, Shaun.
It fell off the actual 4-pack holder, so. Okay, so I'm actually confused here, Matt. What's the M mean? What's the M mean?
Don't worry about the M's. Those are ones that I denoted for myself as mystery beers. The only thing you need to worry about is anything with white tape with the lettering on it is not for you guys.
And that's the entire 4-pack, or just the?
There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There should be 3 4-packs not for you, and there should be 3 4-packs for you.
I got 2 for me. No, 2 for us.
Or for Nerdsense, I mean.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. I'm an idiot. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I got it. I'm good.
You good?
All right.
Okay.
I'm good. So, here we go then.
Here, go widescreen on this so people can see what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I'll go widescreen for the three of us. There we go. Cool. So move this out of the way. First one is. What'd you say?
Get rid of the comments so people can see what you're doing.
Oh, cool. Good call. Oh, perfect. I didn't realize that the comment zoomed in that much. Country Club and Bond Place was this what you guys were just talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the 10% with Imperial Stout. I mean 10%.
That's the
10% with 10% with coconut.
With Imperial Stout. With extra Imperial Stout.
Yeah, that is the Sabro. That is the Sabro hopped.
Nice.
Blended with coconut. There is some barrel aging in there. That's
Sabro blended with coconut. That sounds pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's the one that they had to blend. He told Sam from Mom Place, if I'm allowed to say that. Sorry, Sam, if you confided in me and now I'm opening it up to the world. He was like, yeah, we had to do something because we dry hopped it with Sabro so much that it was just like so intense that we had to. I forget if they.
I can hear him saying, "Be like, it was just so awesome. We had to dilute the awesomeness."
Exactly. He was like, I loved it.
Yeah, it was just so much.
I loved it, but it wasn't balanced. So he was like, we had to like fix it because. But he made it seem like it was a beer like he would actually release because he loved it, but he knew that other people would probably not be so keen to the idea.
I don't know. They've never enough coconut for me.
Next time Kyle or Shaun or Mike or any of those guys come down, we're taking them to Bond. But we're not going anywhere else. We're going to Bond when they open. We're sitting there for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Fine
We got to give Sam a heads up so we can have Nemo on and all the other classics.
Nice. Are they local? Like, how far are they from you guys?
About 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They're not far. They're not far. But it's like the kind of place I've brought him beers like every now and then. I'm like, here's a beer, man. And he's the kind of he like the place is tiny, man. Like tiny. Like tiny. Like the tap room is like, I don't know how to explain it to you in context. Like an eighth the size of both Manskirt and fucking Zigmeister. Like it's super tiny, but he's the kind of place where it's like, you bring beers to a brewery. You'd be like, I want to give this to the owner. You know what I mean? He's hooked me up some whatever. And they're like, thank you very much. Like Sam's always there. And when you do that, he goes, well, I guess we're drinking it now. And he just cracks it open and just pours it for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of guy,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then these two mystery beers. I have no idea what they are.
Yeah, both you and Mike and Kyle have the same mystery beer.
So wait,
so those
are the same too?
Are they both 12 ounces?
Yes.
Yeah, so those are exactly the same. And then Kyle's mystery beer is the exact same mystery beer. So if you guys want to do a 3-way.
Oh, cool. Okay. Beer. Yeah, that'll make it way easier because we still have one more of yours and one more of Kyle's, but it's because we have one, and I didn't want to do it solo without Mike. But I think we're gonna be back together next week, anyways. More Black is Beautiful, 8% Imperial Stout by Twin Elephant. That is a awesome logo too.
Yeah, Twin Elephant's one of my favorite tap rooms. It's honestly, Bond is number one, and Twin Elephant is a close second.
Chatham, New Jersey.
Yeah, just as far as their beers and their tap room, just mad welcoming, super cool people.
Nice. And then we have an American India Pale Ale, double dry hop, 6.4%. Oh, Twin Elephant again. Pilsner, Pale, Crystal Oats, Munich, Dextrin, Galaxy, Saz, Sabro, and Yule Melon. Holy, in Vermont East. Holy shit. That sounds ridiculous.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Shaun.
Thank you very much.
And there's one each for you and Mike.
I see that. That is awesome. He was going to love that. And then that means we can do more remote reviews. Where'd you guys get other half?
I did. I drunk ordered like 2.5 cases of other half.
Yeah, that's the best.
And like I knew how much I spent, and I was just like, I probably just bought a bunch of like super expensive 4-packs, and then I show up, and they're like, all right, we'll get your order, and the dude comes back with 2.5 cases.
You did a pickup, I thought you meant you did shipping.
No,
Keith picks up. It was an online order, so like I go to pick it up, and the guy comes back with 2.5 cases. I'm like, what did I do?
What did I do?
So I was like, I guess Shaun and Mike are gonna get some random other half cans.
So
then I
Keith.
forgot because I was like, oh well, Kyle can get other half because he lives in New York and they shipped to New York. But then I realized that they also shipped to New Hampshire, so Mike could get them. So whatever.
Yeah,
but.
Well, I did just ship the Green City stuff to him, which we did get, but I haven't ordered any of like the mixed cases because they'll usually do like pre-mixed like stuff, like you can't pick and choose. But Baby Diamonds, 6.5% IPA. I've had Space Diamonds, which I think is the Diamonds the Citra, I think.
Galaxy.
I'm not sure. Galaxy? Oh, geez. In that case, that's right up my alley.
Diamond. Oh wait, no. Diamonds might be.
Citra.
It might be Citra. If
and then you also sent Space Diamonds. So now we have. Ooh, this could be a good side by side. That could be a side by side right there. And then Small Galaxy Everything. Oh, I've been eyeing this one because all Galaxy Everything is ridiculous. And then Mylar Bags. Mylar Bags is so good.
Mylar Bags is still like King Shit a Fuck Mountain.
It's awesome. So good. Well, thank you, Keith, and thank you, Matt. This is amazing. And then hide those down there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'll have to get another box out soon because this is a whole fuckload of beer. I feel like this week was like Beer Mural Central. Like I got Rod's box yesterday, Hot Butcher came this afternoon, and then yours came like an hour ago. It's like, holy Jesus Christ.
And Keith visited Kyle in person this week.
We talked about that when he first hopped down.
Before I jumped on. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that,
which
is awesome.
We talked about how, because before yesterday I had only met Kyle once in person, and I was talking to Shaun about how weird it was, how weird it wasn't. Like I was like, oh, it's going to be super awkward and it's going to be weird because I haven't, like, we've only met once in person and we were drunk for like 90% of that time. So, but then it wasn't awkward at all. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think it's just because like even the first time we met Kyle, when he came up this way, like we talked so much and did so many live streams and stuff like that, and just shot the shit. Like even when like we met him in person, it just feels natural. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And like even when we met the first time, it just felt natural. I guess it was just, I don't know. I think a lot of people would find that strange. Like they're like, you met someone on the internet and then you get murdered.
I asked that question in a year when all these people have met on the internet and they finally meet each other in real life. Yeah.
Live unboxing for Keith where it is too fuzzy to see anything.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry.
Tippas are better than dippas.
Isn't that like a fucking China Black song or something like that? Like what is it? Tippas are better than dippas. It's like the WAP version of fucking something.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
What?
I think
who sings that shit, Keith? You know what I'm talking about.
Cardi B
and who else?
And I don't know who the other person is.
Yeah. Tippas are better than dippas sounds like a pornographic fucking rap song, man.
Could be.
Listen. If all IPAs fell off the face of the earth today, I'd be perfectly okay.
I'd probably be fine with it. Like just IPAs, like doubles and triples. Yeah. I think I could let it go.
Is it carries or caries? What is
I guess. We have so many comments. There are a good amount of comments to go through before we get to that.
What is it? Carries or caries? Yeah. And what's the BBB? What's the triple B for?
Good call.
I'm kind of curious.
You're a much better MC than I am because you're asking the right questions.
Because I don't know if I'm dealing with a male, female. I don't know if we're dealing with a troll. I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is this: they're saying Keith go.
No,
they're saying
they don't
get a like on, which is absolute truth. So I feel like there's some weird kind of personal connection there.
But they're from Sweden, so
they posted that. While you two are away. So I was like, I could definitely go get a Saison right now, but that's not what I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
So,
and
I don't care who they are. They seem kind of cool if they're telling me to go get a Saison. So, just.
And this one, Matt, do you want a 10% triple IPA that'll blow your socks off from the UK? Sounds like a challenge.
I do want, man. I gotta. We could do an exchange, man. I could put a little thing together for a little bit of UK beers. I usually don't do that because it's like crazy expensive. But yeah, I can put a little box together if you want to. You're like, hey, I have a 10% triple IPA to blow your socks off. You're not just gonna send me hopefully just one can. So it would be worthy of a beer meal. So yeah. Reach out, brother. I'll send you some US stuff that you'll be like, okay, yeah, our shit's way better than your shit because Rob from Hopzine is like, the UK beers are just as good as the American beers now, and there's no fucking difference. And why do we even bother with the United States beers? And then I'll send them to you and be like, yeah, Rob's a fucking liar. So there you go. How's that?
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Facts. Hashtag facts.
Tastes like 4% and is sitting at 10. That is like being cheated. Yeah, when I think of triples, like when I'm going triple, and I just sort of like I guess you sort of said it, but like I'm kind of sick of them. But when I get them, I enjoy them. Like if they're really good. Like but like whenever I see Trillium, like I'm like three times in a like 9+% for me is triple territory. And when I see something 9+%, I'm just like, all right, I'm over this. Like that's a commitment. Like I'm not gonna go drink a couple of those on like a Wednesday night. You know what I mean? Like, but we just had one from we just did another half one that was 9.5% from the Green City box, and that Mike and I last night, and that was absolutely outstanding. It was like one of the best like triples that I've had, or if they even considered a triple, because other half doesn't call anything triple, right? They call everything imperial regardless of the ABV, unless it's a single IPA.
No, didn't they do the triple broccoli? Isn't that one a triple?
Triple broccoli. I don't know. I know they have a triple cream too, and that maybe that's considered, but it still says imperial on the can.
Oh,
I don't think they've ever said triple IPA. Like Trillium will say triple IPA, and Monkey I think will say triple IPA.
There's one of the 4-packs that I got from other half was their hot monsoon, which I assume it's 10%. So I got it. From what I remember, I got it because Hop Showers. And Hop Showers the label looks the same, so I thought it was like a higher ABV version, and that's 10%, and it's good.
I feel like when it comes to triples, other half has always been other half and the Veil have been the most consistent for me. One other half triples, they'll last. Like you can get an other half triple 2-3 months in, and it's still freaking ridiculous.
Right.
I was looking to try Mylar bags, and I said that beer is so good. Trying to get some postages under 50. Mad this for you. Yeah, 1 can of this plus other stuff. And I sent 8 kilograms minimum. Otherwise, why bother? Matt's clearly having a side conversation right now.
Would you say? Would you say 3 kilograms was 6 pounds? 6 point something pounds?
Yeah, 6.6 something pounds, yeah.
So 8 kilograms is probably
more. Probably more. Probably more.
Maybe. Who knows?
Obviously, you don't know how
17.6.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's probably a bit more. Bit more.
So much beer. So much beer.
First world problems.
That's a fact. That's a very much of a fact. So who's excited that football's back?
Fucking me?
Yes.
Wait, you're a fan of the Cheaters, right?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Got Cam on my fantasy team.
Nice. I have Brady on mine.
Yeah, but I got Cam in like the 7th or 8th round or some shit like that. Like,
he went late. He went late with me too. I was like, that's weird.
It was like, yeah, I'll take him because it's probably gonna be awesome. People like, yeah.
Yeah, 8 kilograms, about 17 pounds. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't wait. Like I bought so much food and meat tomorrow. I'm bringing the TV outside so that we could have people over at like a responsible
That's what I'm talking about, man.
It'd be great.
Yeah, I did so much. I'm a pretty lazy guy in general. But I had to build these goat pens, man. Like we're having goats that are giving birth soon. So like I had to build these kind of birthing pens, and it's kind of getting kind of close to 0 hour. Like they're gonna give birth in the next day or two. So I kind of hustled today like crazy, like just built like a huge pen, like a fucking hinge door and fucking latches and all kind of it's fucking takes a lot of time to build that shit. And I built it today, and my wife's kind of like,
and have you built something like that before, or you just
no, never done it before in my life. That's the other part.
YouTube, or did you just like
just logic in my brain?
I guess
and my wife was really cool about it. She's like, so you're gonna be like super lazy tomorrow and not do anything but watch football, right? Like not like, and it's negative, like telling me that's my job tomorrow is to not do anything and watch football. I was like, okay, that's cool. Not that I couldn't do that if I didn't want to, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch not last night's game. I didn't watch Thursday night's game, but I was like, you know what? If I'm going to start football, I think I want to start with like the teams I want to watch. Like, the Kansas City, that's something you would watch. But I was like, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it. I think I'm going to make Sunday my like first step back into football.
I watched Thursday. It was a good game. I tuned out after the second half. It was kind of whatever.
Yeah, that's what I saw with the recaps. And was Matt happy they beat Fulham? Liverpool game had on the radio was like, what the fuck?
Like, I'm listening. No, I wasn't happy. That's not why I'm wearing a fucking jersey right now. Anyway, listen, I love soccer. Yeah, soccer. I love it. And I've been an Arsenal fan for a long time. I'm not as long as most people. I've probably been a fan from like right around like the turn of the millennium. So it's not like I was in the 90s and stuff like that. But today's game, even though it was versus Fulham, who just got promoted to the Premier League, it's not a matter of them being promoted. It was one of the best games we played in such a long time. Like how it was just so good, man. Like, we were aggressive, we were fucking precise, we were just like moving forward. Like, how like in any sport, you're on your heels, and like there's teams that are on their heels that win, but they're like, not that they're lucky, but they're just like, when a team is on their heels, whether it be basketball, American football, all that kind of stuff, it's like, it's hard because you're just being pressed. And you can't, it's really hard to be aggressive. And that's how we've been for 3-4 years minimum. And it wasn't the case today. Like, it was like everything was like forward. Someone's coming at us, we're going at them. And not just at them with no plan. It was very much confident and all that kind of stuff. So I am ecstatic for this season. So we just lost all our United States viewers. So there you go.
We had 3 and it dropped to 1. So
there you go. Sounds about right.
The one thing I didn't get, maybe I misunderstood it. A team got moved up to a different league.
So the best thing about the English Premier League soccer, and pretty much soccer in general in Europe, is they have the best way I can explain it is, think about Major League Baseball. So Major League Baseball has Major League Baseball, then they have AAA, AA, single A.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it like that. And then think about, like, let's say the 3 worst teams in the Major League Baseball go to AAA, and the best 3 teams from AAA go to the majors.
Does that happen a lot?
And that's it happens every year. The worst 3 teams from the English Premier League go down to the lower division.
Oh.
And then the top 3 teams from the lower division go up to the upper division. And it's called relegation. Or promotion, depending on which area. So what it does is it actually like kind of like makes sense if you think about it, because you can't play worse. Like, it's not like in America, sometimes they like suck for whoever and they try to get the best draft pick. European football, soccer, whatever, there's no draft picks. It's like, it's all about, like, you have your academy, which is your young, you find kids that are 10 that you hope are going to be awesome, or you trade, or you find young people. There's no kind of trades. There's no trades or draft picks.
That's what I was going to ask,
yeah. So that's kind of how they function. So, you know what I mean? Like, Fulham was in the 2nd division, and they moved up. So they were technically like a poopy team. It's not necessarily like they're not bad,
but they were the
You know what
best
I mean?
team in the lower league, and then
Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those things. You have those teams kind of drop down and come up. So that's kind of happens every year. And the same thing happens at the top. Like at the top of the English Premier League, like the best 4 to 6 teams get selected to go onto kind of boutique, kind of important tournaments outside of the English Premier League. Like think about like, and this is the way I've explained it to my wife and other people. Like think about like soccer, not just the relegation part. Put that off to the side. Think the MLB, the NBA, NHL, and NFL are all the same sport, and like so the best 4 teams of all those sports play each other in a tournament to figure out who's the best of the best of the best. So it's that kind of thing. So if you end up towards the top, then you kind of end up in this kind of like round robin kind of brackety, like March Madness tournament style kind of thing against the other best of the best of the best. But since the analogy that I used about, of all the major sports teams, the NHL, the NBA, all that kind of stuff, all being the same sport, you want to think about it like England, Spain, France, Italy, all those countries have their own leagues of just soccer. So that's like, it's like, so like at the end of the year, like, okay, in England, Italy, Spain, France, Russia, all these teams were the best of the best of the best. Let's have their own tournament to see who's the best of all those teams. But they're all like NFL teams. They're not like, it's not like FIFA. It's not like World Cup where it's like England versus Russia. It's like for-profit clubs that are like buy players and sell players kind of thing. So it's way, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's way too complicated.
I was gonna say no, but that's actually super interesting. Like I had no idea. So and they don't, and you said they don't trade, right? So if someone wanted to go to another team, it's like,
I don't want to say they don't trade. It happens rarely, like less than 1%. It happens, but everything's money. So, for example, like the world's best player in the history of mankind is a guy named Lionel Messi, and he plays for a club called Barcelona, and they're like the biggest club in the country, in the world. Like everybody loves Barcelona. So he wants to leave this past summer.
Like okay, I've actually seen the headlines about. Okay,
and that's why. So in order for another team to sign him, they had to give the team he's on now $750 million. So
wait, hold on. So they had to pay the team to just sign him and not pay him.
Yeah, not pay him. Just to get him from the other team, they had to pay him $700 and change million.
And then pay his salary on top of that, whatever.
And then pay him, like $20-30 million a year.
Shit.
And it's all they call it transfer fees. Now that's the exception, not the rule. Like a lot of transfer, like my team signed a couple players this year, and it was like they had to pay $30 million. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll give you $30 million. He can now be on our team, and now we'll pay him.
Okay.
So it's instead of draft picks and all that kind of stuff, it's basically saying they have a transfer clause, which says, okay, if you want this player, the clause is $44 million. If you pay us $44 million, you can have him. Now those teams can still say, we don't want to sell him, so you can't have him. But in order to sell him, and there's nuances to the whole thing, but it's all cash based. And there's no draft. There's no draft.
There's no players for players or anything like that.
There is every now and then, but it's like when you think of an American sport, you think of like, I'll trade you my player and you give me your player and give me a draft pick. It's not like that. It's like, okay, I'll like more often than not, I'm like, okay, I want to pay you $10 million for this guy. And they're like, no, we want 30. You'd be like, okay, well, we'll throw this guy in as he's worth $15 million. You know what I mean? Like it's like that. It's not like, oh, we'll give you our great player for your great player. It's like, how do we sweet even the pot out? That's kind of how it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's super fun. They call it the silly season. Like when they're twice a year they're allowed to do it there's a couple
They
week
can't do it.
period.
Okay. So
They can't do it at any time. I mean, COVID's kind of fucked everything up right now, so they're like doing it differently. But from the beginning of the season, about a couple weeks before and a couple weeks after the season starts, and then halfway through the season, they open up what's called the transfer window to where they can actually do that, and they call it the silly season, which is just basically like if I showed you like here, I actually, you know what? Can I share my screen on here? Here, this will encompass the silly season.
I love this last comment though. Promotion and regulation are what makes U.S. sports relevant in the rest of the world. Yeah, I can see that. Like, I can understand now that Matt explained that to me. But I think it seems like the NFL is definitely getting more traction, at least in the UK. But
so this is a video.
Oh, I have to add this to the stream. Hold on.
This is a video from a transfer day a couple years ago, and then like this is a reporter outside.
I only see black. Are you?
Yeah, you'll see it in a second. Sorry.
Okay.
But this is a reporter outside of a place talking about how a player is going to be transferred. Let's see what happens.
Let's see how this plays.
Oh, there is black. Why is it?
Oh, I added you to the stream. Full screen layout. I can full screen you. Kick from studio, ban. Yeah, there's nothing I can. There's no extra stuff.
Let me see if. Hold on 1 second.
Ban him.
Let me try one more time.
And now no one's watching.
Let me do this. Throw it over there. There we go. Here we go. Okay, we're good now.
Is that the Sophie bottle? Mm-hmm. It's just backwards.
Try it again. There you go. So you can see that guy now. Yep. It's a reporter. There's a guy whipping a dildo in the background.
I see
that. That's transfer day. That's transfer
amazing.
Day in England. This guy's running around with dildo, shoving it in fucking guys' faces.
And I love how he's just like he just dodges it.
Oh, yeah, funny. Like he knew the dildo was coming.
That's funny that it says 0 here, and you said Mercy Beers is Adam. You said Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Adam says he's still here, which is okay. Now it's back to 1. So okay, now I need to wonder where's the source of truth for StreamYard view count then.
I don't.
It's back to 1 again. Yeah. Well, you gotta imagine it probably has like a lag. So unless like Adam like maybe clicked off for a second and refresh, I don't know. Yeah. Streaming is streaming.
Shaun, did you get a? I'm assuming that you drank. That you got at least 1 4-pack of this Alchemist Schwarzbier.
Yes.
Did you get a rye-ish kind of thing? I didn't get it before, but after I drank this Black is Beautiful, I'm getting like this spiciness. That is
recall. I have one more can. I have a can upstairs. I gave one to someone, and then I drank one on vacation. Yeah, so I drank one on vacation, gave one to someone. Yeah, I don't remember, but then again, I drank them when I was on vacation, so I was drinking consistently, so I could have not remembered. But I do have a can upstairs, so I think I'll drink it tomorrow, and I'll make sure I drink it early so that I don't forget about it.
Yeah.
YouTube is true. I have Joe D open in another tab. Okay, so that makes sense. So maybe you must have switch tabs. But that's interesting. So if a tab's still playing, isn't that considered a view?
Yeah, I wouldn't pay.
I don't care. Like I'm just more curious of the technology and how that part functions before all of that.
So did you see like actually something I want to talk to you about, Shaun? Is that are you still using that EpoCam? Is that what you're using now?
No, I have the just my Logitech C930 right now.
So,
but I do use it sometimes. But yes.
So you use Filmic though, right? You started using Filmic.
Yep.
So Filmic's update actually lets you output HDMI like raw. So if you have like an iPhone to HDMI cable, you can now do like if you have an HDMI in kind of capture card, you could do straight like full on 4K HDMI through Filmic into your PC now. Like
No
it's an
way.
update that came out. Yeah, dude. Like I feel like a douche because I bought this fucking GoPro to do that kind of stuff. But you can now do raw out HDMI from Filmic. If you have a capture, you have to have the HDMI adapter for iPhone, which you can get like knockoff ones for like $15.
That
and then you have,
and I actually already have one, because what we were doing originally when I first got Filmic was I was plugging this into the monitor that I'm looking at right now, so that when Mike and I were recording on this, we could still see each other. So I already have that adapter.
And it's clear.
Do I need a capture card though?
You need a capture card, but there's like one right now that's going around. I bought a 1080p capture card, for like $11 off eBay.
Holy shit!
And that's what I'm using right now. I'm using the $11 capture card right now. You know what I mean?
How do you? I'm looking at the settings right now. Where is it under?
I forget where it is. I saw a guy who did it. It's somewhere in there. Did you update your app though? That's the other thing. You have to make sure your app's updated.
I'll check.
Who has the time to update their apps every other day?
Yeah, it's updated.
Hardware, the hardware tab.
Yeah.
Click on hardware. You see clean HDMI out.
Oh, you're right. Yep, I see it. Yep. That's amazing.
Yeah. So now you'd be able to use it in like not some janky fucking third-party app. It'll just be like.
So I should just buy a 4K capture card then, but that's probably fucking super.
No, because nobody fucking uses 4K. You can't stream no one's going to support 4K.
Well, I meant film in 4K with OBS.
Oh yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah, true.
Not that I need to.
I still prefer to use the iPhone, because it's one less in the chain. It's like in out. Like I'm not relying. Like if something fails, a cable or OBS or any of that, I get where you're coming from, but I've always enjoyed.
Yeah.
Like you see my setup, I have like my iPhone and my like that mirror right above the corner of my phone, so like I don't need anything else. I just hit record, hit record, I'm done.
Yeah, but the problem with me though is like I have when I use the phone, I have to I don't trust the USB adapter to go into the mixer, so I'll also record audio on the mixer using like Audacity, and then I'll stitch it together.
Well, I use it. I mean, I use a completely separate.
And then you stitch it together, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like, you did the same thing I do.
Well, no, I'm wrong actually. I actually recorded on my iPhone. I do my mic up here into my Zoom H6.
Yep. Which the Zoom into the iPhone.
I do into my iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust that sometimes though. Like I've had issues.
I've had it fail twice. And
I think I've had and I think I've had it fail less than probably less than 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I just. And I think with OBS too, I already had the logo there and stuff. Like sometimes it's just easier for me to come down here, plus the Logitech's right here, and it's just like it's always there.
Yeah, but it sucks. The quality sucks.
Do I look that bad right now?
Well, I mean,
tell me how bad I look.
You look really bad, Keith.
He's like. He wants it though. That's the thing.
Here, let me see if I can do this. It's gonna look like Inception. Keith, can you see how bad? Can you see how bad you? Oh, now I'm making an echo. Shit.
I can't.
Oh, no, that's not. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah,
where's the full screen?
It won't work because of the way I'm doing it. That was a poor example.
Take a picture with your phone and send it to the group.
Oh yeah, good call. Oh, actually no, I can just send a screen. I can actually take a screenshot from here.
Oh, yeah. Send it.
And then I'll send it to the group. Copy and then paste. There you go.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah.
Okay. I see what you were saying now. Holy crap, we're almost at an hour and 50 minutes. We're almost at 2 hours. Maybe we should start.
Yeah. No, we gotta wait for Kyle to come in because he's all about this.
Yeah, Kyle, where are you? Fuck. Well, Kyle and Mike are now responding to group texts in our other group chat. Bastards. So I guess, Matt, what do you think? It's about 2 hours in. Should we call it?
Yeah.
We got no one watching.
Yeah. 2 hours I think works.
It's like Adam actually left.
Adam, let's set up some kind of weird trade or something like that, or whatever it is.
Wait, hold on.
And we'll go. Honestly, I want to go play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I want to go play golf, and I want to go play fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. I got three. I'm juggling right now. 3 video games.
Yeah, I know this. I'm like maybe a quarter of the way through Horizon Zero Dawn. I kind of just put it down, and I just haven't wanted to pick it back up. I don't know.
Well, I played it. I didn't play it that much. I played maybe 4 hours of it.
Okay.
On PlayStation, but I jumped back into it when they were re-released on PC.
I heard the graphics supposed to be insane.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But Tony Hawk Pro Skater is so good. And honestly, EA Golf, I'm addicted to it. That's all I play. But
I got my dad that for his birthday, but I haven't played it.
Here's the other thing. I started this. It's been about a year and a half, 2 years. I am rewatching Star Trek Next Generation from beginning to the end, and I started it last night. So I have a very large. I love that. That's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I don't know if anybody else likes it, but I dig it. So
I'm super anal, and I never got into Star Trek. And then when the first movie came out, the first rebooted movie in 2005, I was like, that was really fucking good. I'm gonna start watching Star Trek. I'm on midway through season 2 of the original series since the day after the original movie came out, and Mike keeps trying to tell me to he's like, dude, just fucking jump ahead to the Next Generation, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I can't do it. I have to go.
You have to.
What? No, I have to skip, or I have to watch it.
Jump. I can't give. I don't give 2 flying fucks about the original series, Deep Space Nine, fucking every other series. They can go fuck themselves. It just, all that matters is the Next Generation. It's but it's not even close. It's like, think about the Next Generation as the original Star Wars movies, and every other thing is the fucking prequels and the sequels.
Well, I guess that's a good way to put it.
That's like what it is. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can get down with the prequels. Fucking, Revenge of the Sith is actually a good movie.
Yeah,
I can get down with the fucking, the other movies. The last one is hot garbage, but I can get down. But the core ones are fantastic. Star Trek Next Generation is so much better than every other Star Trek. It's not even funny, except for Discovery and Picard. Those are the 2 ones that actually are kind of really good.
Are they good? Okay.
Yeah, Discovery's cool, but Picard's really good. But
yeah, that's why.
That's also because I have love for Jean-Luc.
Yeah, and Patrick Stewart's awesome in general too. So
yeah, you see him reading poems every day and sonnets and shit on YouTube. You're like, who doesn't love this fucking guy?
One day I'm gonna do it. I know, but I'm like one of those people that I can't just jump ahead. I don't think I need to get through. I have to get through the original series, and then I'll get to Next Generation. Then I'll have to do Deep Space Nine. And I'll have to do Enterprise.
So let me ask you this: what's your favorite out of all the smoked beers? What's your favorite Rosh beer?
Me?
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, where's that?
No, Keith, shut up. Shaun, what's your favorite Rosh beer? You haven't had one. Why do you feel okay jumping ahead on beer, but not fucking Star Trek Next Generation? Just fucking watch the Next Generation. Just because you didn't fucking drink Rosh beer.
Well, no, I do, but I'm trying to think of probably the actual what is it? The one I can fucking pronounce.
Ankler Schleckler, yeah.
Thank
I know
you.
But you know my point. My point is, you got in a beer before you drank the OGs. It's okay to fucking drink the Next Generation before you.
It's a fair, I guess. Fine, that makes sense.
Mike would like that one. I wish Mike was here right now.
He's gonna be so pissed if I'm like, "Hey, Mike, I jumped to Next Generation because of what Matt said. Why didn't you use that analogy years ago? It's been 15 years."
Now let's pause for a minute. Keith, what's your favorite Rush beer? Keith looks like the billboard in like the Apple computer commercial from the 80s. That's like, where the sledgehammer smashes stuff, and it's like Big Brother wants you to fucking conform. Like that's exactly what you look like, dude.
I appreciate that. No, I thought that was funny because I was gonna ask you because I mentioned it to Shaun earlier because he had stopped at Von Trapp and I stopped at Von Trapp and we both had their maple Rosh beer. And really good beer. But I thought I want there to be like a subcategory of American style Rosh beer that doesn't taste like Rosh beer. It's like minimum amount of smoked malt. Doesn't taste like you're licking an ashtray. It's not Rosh beer if it doesn't taste like that. And I wanted to get your thoughts. Should there be a subcategory
for Rosh beer?
Should there be yeah? So should they be like? Because it seems like American style. The only American brewery that I've had that wasn't like super subtle smoke was that Hammerheart. That's like it's in like Minnesota. It's like a cabin in the middle of the mountains. Their Rosh beer was actually good.
Jack's Heavy has one too that's pretty smoky. It's definitely smokier than Von Trapp.
Rosh beer is like sour. You know what I mean? Like you can be like, "Hey, I have a sour beer." It'd be like, well, sour can cover like 37 different fucking levels. Yeah. Sour, like it's not that. It's like you want to think about IPA. It's like IPA, West Coast IPA, New England style IPA, Mid-Eastern IPA, hazy IPA. Like there's so many different delineations of IPA. Whereas sour is going funky. You're starting to have those kind of those tiers where Rosh beers never got there. It's just smoke beer, Rosh beer. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, but what
you're like? Oh, well, am I getting Angler Schlechter like lager, or am I getting the fucking beef jerky thing? Like, there's got to be a variant,
I want ashtray licking Rosh beer, and when you say Rosh beer, that's what I want.
Babe, I know that's what you want. I know it. We all know it. Everybody in the comments knows it. Yeah. Shaun knows it. Fucking even the people that have never watched before, they know it.
They can just tell by the look on your face as you're talking about it, and as you say the word, they just know.
Like there was an episode of Mr. Show. Remember? Does anybody know Mr. Show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. And they did a bunch of great skits on there. They did, the Drugachusis thing. They did the Metallica thing where it was like somebody got burnt alive. But then they did this like pornography thing where they did like a Playboy thing. And then like a dude's like spreading his ass out and doing all that stuff. And some dude's taking a picture. And they finally spreads his ass and shows his taint. And like David Cross is like, I want that. Like that's Keith. He's like, I want the taint. He's like, I want the taint. He's like, I want that. And they're like, really? They're like, you want that? And they're like, yeah, I want that. I want to spread it wider. That's Keith and Smoke Beers. He wants the taint. He wants it all up in his face. All sweaty and fucking salty. Yeah. It's like a Goza taint.
Yeah. Do you like the Rapture? I haven't had.
I was actually just gonna say it's really I like it. It's really good.
It's fucking awesome.
It's Citric Galaxy, and that's weird because they had it the week or a couple days before I was going up there, and then I went there and it was sold out. So they must have brewed a new batch when you went up.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna pre-order it because they're like, oh, if you can't pick it up within 48 hours, and I was like, fine, I'll just do it the day of, whatever. And then they put it up that day.
There you go. It's very good.
So I was like, all right, I'll get some of that too.
It's very fucking good. Like I feel like every time I go up to the Alchemist now, I just don't even need to buy Heady Topper or Focal, just because everything else they're making is just fucking.
How far
bonkers.
are you from that? Like the Alchemist?
It's probably like close to 3-ish hours.
You're
3-ish, yeah, about 3.
You're wasting your privilege. let me just say that.
Yeah, but I have a kid though, so it's a lot harder for me just to say one day I'm just gonna bam, drive straight up to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So next time you talk to Mike, because he's probably about 2.5 hours, say you're wasting your privilege. He has no fucking excuse.
What was that? Cape May? Did I miss? Cape May.
What is it?
Is that the? Is that? Oh yeah. Is that?
Smells delicious.
You gave me one of those, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it bad? That's what.
It's horrible. Worst beer ever. It's a Mars and Lager. Keith will hate it.
Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna end the live.
No,
stream.
I got the impression like you were just